Welcome back to AfricaCom TV, where we're accelerating the enterprise digital transformation conversation, particularly when it pertains to the African continent. Joining me now is the CEO of TPP. This is Frank Hester, OBE. That's a big deal, isn't it?
Well, I was very, very proud. Yeah, it was a big surprise, but delighted to have it.
Do I dare ask who conferred it on you?
It was Prince Charles, His
Oh,
Royal
wow.
Highness. Yeah, it
Wow.
was really exciting.
Well,
It's very
congratulations.
moving.
Congratulations. Certainly a memory to keep forever, I imagine. What is the value of digital technology in helping achieve a connected healthcare?
Well, this is where we kind of started 21 years ago. We wanted doctors to be able to share medical records. And why do we want that? Because if you go to a doctor, you don't want to have to repeat yourself, what your allergies are, what your problems are, what's your medical history. And equally, doctors don't want to waste time having to do that. So we started that 21 years ago in the UK, and it turned out it was something that doctors really liked. And nurses, I beg your pardon, they're the main customers. And eventually we rolled out and we got up to 50 million patient records. And then you can almost feel what's coming. By accident, we realised we had big data. Yeah. And so we started developing AI to further help the doctors.
And so what sort of data are you able to extract, I suppose, or use in this healthcare system?
Well, basically, we're in 24 healthcare settings. So it's GP, we look after all the prison healthcare, emergency department. Basically, anywhere where a doctor's going and writing things down, we want it on the computer.
Because in many, many cases, certainly in an African context, you'll visit a hospital, a clinic, you'll see the one doctor today, they ask you to come back after 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month, and it's a completely different doctor, and it just helps then when you have access to that kind of data immediately, right?
Absolutely. And I think this is where the AI can come in as well, because you might say one symptom to one doctor and one symptom to another. But the good thing about artificial intelligence is it never forgets. And we're now doing early detection of cancer just from the doctor's notes. And I can't tell you, Africa, I am so excited about this.
How is AI able to detect it a little bit earlier than somebody who's gone to university for 7 years to learn to be a doctor?
Okay, well, that's a great question. By way of example, I'll talk about our first cancer that we started doing detection for, and that's ovarian cancer. So the thing about ovarian cancer, by the time a lady realises she has it, unfortunately it can very often be too late.
Correct.
It's spread too quickly. Your average doctor will only see maybe 4 or 5 cases of ovarian cancer in a 40-year career.
Correct.
Maybe you've got 5 or 10 minutes with that patient and you've got to spot it. So the AI can pick up the fact that on Tuesday you spoke to the nurse and on Wednesday you spoke to the doctor, put all the symptoms together, or remember that you had the same pain 3 years ago. The doctor might not even have time to go through your notes. So that's, we've started rolling it out in the UK, and the shocking thing for me, or not shocking, the wonderful surprise has been that doctors are saying they love it.
And the potential for me is the fact that the sector can learn a lot about some of the basic things that they're supposed to provide somebody who's presenting with certain symptoms and in need of healthcare.
Yeah, you can nudge the doctor. You can also nudge the patient, the citizen. And we're now delivering the AI on the app. And that allows you to collect even more big data. And, people are motivated to put in their correct symptoms. And where we really think this is a digital revolution. I'm 53 now. I've been in IT for a long time. I'm genuinely excited that we've saved some lives and made things better over the past 21 years. But this one, I'm profoundly excited about.
You referred to it as a revolution. What next?
Well, with this now, with the network, we didn't really see a healthcare revolution like we saw in banking or in travel, because you always needed a doctor or a nurse at the end of that piece of wire. But now if we can take some of the load away from our doctors, and I have to tell you, I go all around the world, Africa, and nowhere I'll go to a country and they'd say, Frank, we've got too many doctors here. We've got too many
No
nurses.
way.
Yeah, no way. So doctors are overloaded everywhere on the planet.
Yeah.
And if we can help them, you know, people sometimes think we're replacing doctors. We're not. Think of it as a spelling checker. You know, when I use a spelling checker, the spelling checker isn't going to replace me,
Yeah.
you know. But it knows all the words and it helps me get things right. I can work a bit quicker.
That's a lovely analogy, actually.
Oh,
And it's the kind of technology that you can, I suppose, contextualize, but transpose to any area of the world, including, of course, the African continent.
absolutely. And we're looking, I mean, really, we want to help in the places that need the help the most. And, I mean, obviously, the AI that we're building in the UK will be helpful in each country. But you've hit the nail on the head here. It's much better to build one for the country because we have different ethnicity, different diet, different climate, and all sorts of things are a little bit different between the countries. And the more data we've got about the particular lifestyle in the country, the better the AI is.
And I imagine you've been received with some measure of excitement at AfricaCom 2019.
We have people who've been very nice. It's been absolutely lovely. I think the main excitement has been about the Springboks. We invented rugby. I can't believe it.
And we perfected it clearly when it comes to 2019. Frank Hester, it's been absolutely amazing having you in our studios today. Thank you very much for coming to join us.
Thanks very much.
Frank Hester is the CEO of TPP, and he has an OBE from Prince Charles.